one of the big questions obtaining a history in some of these mysterious illnesses. Have you traveled recently? Mm-hmm. Have you been outside the continental 48 states? And in his case, he did go to Hawaii. So that's always mm-hmm. something that we have to consider in terms of picking up a parasite. So mm-hmm. considering all that, back to you, Aidan, what steps, if any, have you taken to try to identify and better treat this mystery illness you have?
So I've been going to a slew of doctors. On top of that, I've tried home remedies that I've read up on that were said to be helpful for parasites, like eating carrots and garlic, raw carrots and garlic, drinking shots of apple cider vinegar with turmeric, drinking chamomile tea, just sort of, anything I could do to grasp at straws.
I guess that was your Dr. Google visit, right?
Yeah, exactly. That too.
Well, there's a lot of information there, and I'm not going to say it's all bad. There is some good, some bad, but the tricky part is how you filter through that and decide what's real, what's not real. There are some DIY remedies that may help people in a variety of conditions, but as we always say, you've got to be careful there. So, Dr. Batra, didn't end there. Aidan recently came in to see you. So what struck you during your consultation with Aidan?
Yeah, so I had the good fortune to meet Aidan recently and reviewed over 35 sets of test results that he's had by his other excellent caregivers. And what struck me was we were all looking for a parasitic infection. At least the test results that are available so far, and there are definitely still a few pending, didn't really support that. He didn't have any markers of inflammation in his blood, like an ESR or CRP elevated. His eosinophil level, which is something we sometimes see with parasitic infections being off, was thankfully normal. And so a lot of those test results, thankfully, were all completely normal. The only thing that was a little bit off was that Aidan does have some allergic tendencies. I know you also have asthma, you've had eczema in the past. So there was one blood test called IgE that was elevated. But thankfully, otherwise, in this very comprehensive tests that have been done to date, with a few things still pending, they were all completely harmless and didn't support a diagnosis of a parasitic infection. I did examine him physically as well, and he said it wasn't a particularly active day, so there weren't any lesions in the mouth. I couldn't really see any of the filaments he was mentioning or any nail changes. And looking at the skin, thankfully, I didn't see any characteristic changes of parasites or other infectious agents.
Well, Aidan, whenever we're confronted with a mysterious disease like this, it involves doing a lot of testing and trying to find some sort of hint as to what could be causing this bizarre set of symptoms.